Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. We are Wednesday, January 20th, so well on our way through the month, and hopefully some of the very most frigid days behind us. At least that's what we can cross our fingers and hope now as we head into the latter part of January and early February. We are very glad you're with us, whether you've joined us on Charter Channel 181 or you have found us on Facebook and liked us, and then you get notifications that new programs are on, whether you found us on YouTube or on the third-hand video. In any case, there are a lot of ways, of course, you can find the Owatonna Today Show. So we're very glad you're here. If you have ideas for show topics or guest appearances, or you have information that you'd like us to pass along at the end of the show when we do some of our announcements, please get a hold of Leanne. Probably the easiest way to get that information to us is via email, owatonnatoday@charter.net, or give Leanne a call at 390-5751, and we'll be happy to get that information out for you. We have a great show for you today. Coming up, Express Employment Professionals. I wasn't fooling you on Monday. They deferred and gave their show segment opportunity to the Owatonna Foundation. So we have Laura Resler with us here today, and then a little bit later on the program, Mark Kearin and Dave Effertz here to talk about the Andrew Lawrence Scholarship Chili Cook-Off that's coming up here at the end of the month. So let's take this break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back with Laura.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back. Again, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, January 20th. Oh, there we both are. Yellow. Was it just you?
It was just me.
And your mouth wasn't moving,
no,
but somebody was talking. It was me.
When you and I are together on this show,
we'll go like
funny
this.
things happen.
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Because we're silly, but we have not silly topics to talk about either.
No.
So we do get serious when we need to be. But thank you, Laura, for joining us
Well,
here.
I'm so excited to be here, to be with you, and
yes, and thanks to Betsy.
Thanks to
for
Betsy.
sliding the opportunity your way from Express
Absolutely.
Employment Professionals, and she is, of course, very engaged in the foundation and has been for a very long time.
She is. She's a trustee, and she will be the incoming board chair this spring. So we're preparing her for that big event. And that's so no, she's an absolute joy to work for and with, and so engaged in the community. So
yeah, and extremely passionate about the foundation. I'm trying to think how many years. I mean, she's been on a long time.
Yeah,
she has. Yes, so we won't say how many years or dates her. Betsy.
Well, she got on when she was 18.
No, that's how that works. Yeah, that's so nice.
It's like you had your first baby when you were 12, you know.
How did you know? We shouldn't make fun of that these days. Anyway, okay.
All right.
On another, you're terrible. You're a terrible influence on me when you come here.
I'm sorry, but I'm really, seriously, I'm so thrilled because we just wrapped up our fundraising campaign for 2015, and I am so thrilled to say that we are just shy a few dollars of $550,000 that we raised this year. And, so thank you to the incredible people that have supported us. And part of that this year was we had some wonderful legacy donations, living legacy donations come in large amounts in an estate.
Okay.
So, but every dollar counts and every dollar works.
Yep. It doesn't always have to be those big ones, although they really, really are special. But equally important are all of the donations that come to the Owatonna Foundation.
Yeah, and just between when the campaign started till we ended. Now that's just November through the 1st of January. We processed 300, donations. So that's just an enormous amount of donations to come in a month's time. And like I said, I'm just so grateful to everybody that's helped us along the way this year.
Remembers the foundation.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about a little bit about what it does. So let's recap a little bit in 2015. There were some grants, some movement, and things are happening on those grants right now.
Right. Probably the largest grant was for We Pals. They're doing a kitchen remodel, and I just had a chance to talk to Mary Lee, and very excited. They're going to be starting in about 30 to 45 days, getting all the prep work done, and they really needed to get that kitchen done. And this was a kind of a unique case because they thought it was going to cost so much, and then it came back costing a little more. And the foundation and the city and We Pals, they all rallied and worked together and made it happen. So great cooperative effort.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. And then we partnered with the city again on the fairgrounds dugouts at the Ball Diamonds there. They're redoing all the 4 dugouts, and so we were a partner with that. Also funded a defibrillator for the dive club. And then the playground equipment out at Lincoln School got completed this year. The walkway between Hospice House and the campus, hospital campus, got paved and done. So a lot of great things. And, deadline is May 1st coming up.
For upcoming grants.
And if you're a 501c3 nonprofit, we encourage you, if you have an idea or a project you want to work on, to make an application.
Okay. I know that we were talking just ahead of the program, and there are organizations and things that have received funds from the foundation, so many over the years. I mean, you just can't even go anywhere in this community almost without seeing something that the foundation has not touched.
Right, and I should have brought the map with me.
Where little pinpoints of where everything is. And it's very true. So and sometimes you see it. It's, there's signage or something that says, and sometimes not as obvious in some of those cases too. But I really don't think that we can walk around and do and enjoy and participate in many of the things that we do without knowing that the foundation was somehow a part of that. So, but you were talking about a group, the 20 Rifle and Pistol Club.
Yeah,
and you mentioned something unique that I
I'm so excited. We're going out there this evening and meeting with some of those folks. And one of the donations that came in was a $1,000 donation from the Rifle and Pistol Club. And it just touched my heart. We got a beautiful letter thanking us for how we had supported them in the past. And so I contacted Rod Maurer, who's with them. And I said, this is such a great story of paying it forward and it coming back. And so we're going to go out today and visit with those folks and get a picture, with their donation. And
very nice.
And so truly touched, by their generosity and a great example of it coming back. What you give comes back to you.
So over the years, or at some point, they've been supported by the foundation. It allowed them to do certain things. They've grown. They were obviously very thankful and appreciative of that, so they've turned around and then made a donation, excuse me, tickling my throat, to the foundation to say, here you go. It's kind of like, you've helped me, and like you said, pay it forward. That is a wonderful story.
I mean, it just touched my heart. I almost cried when I read the letter. So I just really wanted to follow up. So I'm excited to go out there tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you'll have to let us know how that went the next time you're on.
I'll be sending a press release, so we'll see how that goes.
We'll have that. Or the next time you're on when Betsy gives you the opportunity. The next time you're on, period.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about there's a Business Donors Appreciation too coming up that's not too far away. Here we are at the end of January, and that's in early March.
March 8th, we're going to be at the History Center. This is the first time we've done this where we've, invited our business donors to come in and say thank you and find out from them, why they donate to the foundation, and also thank them, because these business donors, they get barraged for help, throughout the community and that. So it's a first-time experience for all of us, and we're looking forward to that.
What a great exchange of information, I think, to have everybody there talking with each other. So the businesses that have donated, talking with each other even about why they've donated, offering that to you, and just have that really nice opportunity to thank everybody all at once for the support that the foundation has received.
And we want to find out what we can do better.
Exactly.
What can we do to encourage you to maybe give more? What do you feel we should be focusing on, and that. So it's great dialogue for us too to see what's on their minds.
Okay. And the foundation itself is 57 years in old, or,
58, well, it'll be 58 this year.
And I go back to the foresight that those individuals had at that time and how that's been kept going. Because I dare say that in other communities, maybe something like that had been started a long time ago, but somewhere along the line it doesn't keep pace with maybe what's been needed 20 years ago or now today. But the foundation really has, and kind of evolved with the times, I think.
Right, and we're looking to the future too, and more involvement and engaging the donors of tomorrow, because we had those founding fathers and the locally driven businesses that really funded the foundation at the beginning, and now we are very dependent on everybody's help and foresight into looking to the future and how we can keep the community the wonderful place it is.
Is there even something, and correct me if I'm wrong, or kick me under the table, but is there a sort of balance of the funds that have to come in? So the foundation can exist, and it earns interest on the money that's already there, but a certain amount has to continue to come in new, right?
Right, absolutely.
Okay,
and
no kicking me under the table.
No, I'm not going to kick you under the table, because that's absolutely right. We are required to fundraise a certain percentage of what we have, and I don't know what that percentage is.
No, I'm not going to.
But that is very true.
Okay,
that is
so you
very
can't,
true.
you really can't just sit back on your laurels,
No.
so to speak, once that's happening and say, well, we're going to continue to survive on this. In order to continue as a foundation,
Right.
a certain amount of money needs to come
yeah,
in, and
absolutely.
it's that the thank you goes to all of those people
That's
who
right.
responded to the campaign and who are going to be attending the business donors luncheon as well. So application deadlines. Just walk me through what somebody needs to do. So say I call you and I say, I've got an idea, my organization, my 501c3 is thinking about this. What are some of the things that you would be asking them or instructing them to do?
Deadline is May 1st.
Okay.
And all the information is on our website. Certainly they can call our office, because I'm still relatively new. I don't have everything memorized, as to what all the requirements are. But we'll help you and walk you through.
Okay.
And, maybe a phone call, because if something we don't think it will qualify, we'll kind of tell you right up front.
Okay.
As well, because we do fund capital type projects. So we
Okay.
won't give money for operating expenses, or, it has to be something viable, a depreciable asset, and something that's going to impact the community
So
for
think
a long
of
time.
things, or bricks and mortar, I know is the term that's sometimes used, or a something like a defibrillator that's, you can hold
Right.
it, it's tangible. So when you're thinking about that, it's not like the programming, perhaps like the United Way is going
Right,
to
it's
fund
a little
those
different.
types of things, but then the foundation is there for another reason.
Right.
So yeah, it'd be good for somebody to know up front too, if they're thinking along the right lines rather than going through the whole
Absolutely.
application process.
Absolutely.
So, and I know, Laura, you can help them with that. Well, lots of things going on, and I know we spent a few minutes of silly at the beginning, but again, the foundation is an excellent organization, and we encourage all those who have supported to keep doing so, and the foundation has just done a wonderful job. So thank you for you and
Well,
for all those that have been involved.
Thank you, and thanks to everybody that's made it that way.
You're welcome. Happy New Year to you too.
Same to you.
All right, thanks, Laura. We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be right back.
The majority of fatal home fires happen at night when people are sleeping. Smoke alarms give you time to escape. We recommend that you have a smoke alarm in every sleeping room of the house and on every floor in the common living areas. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly, and batteries should be replaced at least once a year. This is a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brickmager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brickmager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on this Wednesday, January 20th, and we welcome in studio Dave Effertz. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you. And Mark Kearin. How are you, Mark?
Good morning. Very well.
Back again to talk about the Andrew Lawrence Memorial Scholarship.
You got two good
Chili
causes on the docket today with the
I
Owatonna
know.
Foundation. And us,
That's the fun of doing the program. I want to know which of you modeled for this hot chili pepper here going on. This is the poster that you need to be looking for, but it's a pretty suave looking.
I can't smile that big.
You can't smile that big and wear the
Wasn't
shades.
me.
Yeah, there it is. And it's the 12th annual, so I kind of wanted to lead in by talking about that. Of course, this goes back a ways, and I was hoping that, Dave, you would give us a little bit of the history of the
history?
Yep,
Sure.
the chili cook-off, the family, Andrew, and kind of how this all came about.
Right. Well, it is a fundraiser for the Andrew Lawrence Memorial Scholarship Fund, which benefits Catholic education. Andrew was the son of Bill and Marie Lawrence, and the brother to Jennifer Lawrence, and student at St. Mary's School, very involved with Boy Scouts, he's an altar server, sports, he played the drums, lots of friends, just a happy-go-lucky kid. And unfortunately, his life was cut short at the age 11. He was on a bike and got struck by a vehicle, and unfortunately passed away from that event. So what the family did to honor his legacy, I think, is very, very stoic, and to create a lasting memory for him in a positive manner here, and what they've done to channel their grief into something positive has been outstanding. So they established this chili cook-off where a lot of people get together, and we'll get into some of the specifics with Mark, but as a fun get-together, and that was the mechanism for raising the funds.
Wonderful. It's got to be difficult to take your grief and channel it that way. I mean, it really does, but what a positive outcome that they've been able to see from that. And a constant reminder of our youth and the value of them and the things that can be done. So, how many scholarships do you know have been given away over the years?
Well, we know that there's about 32,000 that have been given out. Typically,
wow.
we try to do about 5,000 each year. So that's 1,000 for 5 students. There was one year, a couple years ago, where Andrew would have been a senior in high school. It was his peers that we gave a little bit more that year, so that's why there's a little bit off amount on that portion of it. But as long as we're talking about financing, I just became the trustee of the Andrew Lawrence funds. Tim McMahon was there for many, many years, and seeing when Bill established this, and Marie and Jennifer, he kind of had a goal in mind about raising enough money and to have it kind of on autopilot, that if this event doesn't go on, we're going to have this scholarship in perpetuity. We're getting close to that stage with investments and things and structuring of the monies that it will be self-sustaining. But so far, this event is so fun. We're going to keep it going.
I was going to say, but then what are all the chili cookers going to do?
But and he just had no idea, Bill and Marie and Jennifer, that this would be going this long too. But it's been a very popular event.
People have supported it amazingly,
Absolutely.
I think, over the years, both in those that come and compete, and then those that attend. And I think it's become it's something that people look forward to in this very cold month of January, for one thing, right? And it's you get to go and have some hotter than others chili at the
perfect timing for the event,
exactly,
no doubt.
Exactly. So let's talk maybe a little bit about the so the fund is healthy, the fund is growing, the fund is there, but heaven's sakes.
Unless I screwed up. Tim McMahon did a good job with it. If it goes down, it's my fault.
Kind of don't think that's going to happen, Dave. But and so maybe the fund will continue to grow, even with it being more or less self-sustaining. But the event is so fun that
Yes.
let's keep it on going. So
Definitely.
anyway, so Mark, let's go into what the event is all about. It is on January 30th, so we're 10 days away.
Yep, Saturday, January 20th, or 30th, sorry, January 30th. It's from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Now, normally, we're at the Owatonna Armory. Armory has been very supportive in giving us their location there to use. But this year, because of the remodeling, we've had to move it. Well, Ritchie Brothers has offered to let us use their facilities this year, which would be a little bit different setup, but I think it'll be very unique, and I think it'll be very positive in relationship to what they're able to offer us from the facilities and everything else.
And you said, and you were talking beforehand, that they've been extremely accommodating as well.
Very, very helpful and very
nice.
accommodating. Yes, the employees out there, I think, are actually looking forward to having this event out there.
Okay, very
So
exciting.
a little more parking directly close to the area there,
All
but
right.
we'll still have a kind of a busing service to make sure if it is a cold evening or something like that, that nobody has to be out there or walk a long ways. Make sure that it's easy to get into the event.
Okay.
Okay?
So now previously, you've had how many competing and how many attending? Let's kind of get a feel for what we've had.
Okay, generally, from a competition and entry perspective, we have somewhere around 50 different chilies around in there. And typically that's been about 8 or so restaurants, and then about the kind of lower 40s on a number of other participants. This year, we've got 9 different restaurants that are participating in the cook-off. Those 9 restaurants are Torrey's, the Country Club, Hy-Vee, Fairway, Cashwise, Old Town Bagels, Costa's, the Colonel, and Famous Dave's. So a lot of our local restaurants are, again, and grocery stores are stepping up and kind of helping out to sponsor the event. So it should be kind of exciting on the restaurant end of things.
Now, do they compete on the professional side of things, on the restaurant side? And is there somebody who's got that, who's to beat this year?
Okay, well, I think there's always been, the Country Club has been kind of one of the fan favorites out there. But I don't think the Country Club won last year. I can't remember exactly who won last year. Do you remember, Dave?
I know Costa's won. I don't know if that was last year or
Oh, that's
2 years
okay.
ago.
So it's anyone's game
last year.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's always anyone's game, right?
And they do have their own category for the competition.
Okay.
So there will be, all 9 of those restaurants will be in one category.
Okay.
And then the other 40 individuals oftentimes are broken up into 2 different categories. Past champions,
Okay.
of which we usually have somewhere between 12 and 14 individuals competing in that. And then the rest of those wanting to be champions.
Okay.
So when you come in the door, you'll see the past champions are in an area. The restaurants are usually spread around quite a bit, okay? And then you have the people that want to be champions kind of around there.
The champion wannabes.
Wannabes. And
He's sitting next to one.
yeah,
Oh!
and obviously I am a past champion, so.
Okay, he says, obviously. Ooh!
Yeah, that's why we
keep
bring in
trying.
the mortals along with the other individuals.
I'm guessing we have just about every kind of chili you could possibly imagine.
There is. I mean, there is a competition for the hot chili.
Okay.
And that's some people. Well, a couple of individuals will have the hot chili as part of that contest. Okay.
Right.
And if you don't like hot, just ask. Or a lot of times they'll advertise that they're hot. And then you have the whites and reds, basically. White chili is anything without tomatoes in it, basically. So usually a little bit more of a cream broth and a lot of cumin and still chili powder in it. Very, very good.
Okay, I'm thinking chicken chilies a lot. But
Yeah, a lot of chicken chilies, or a lot of the white chilies are chicken chilies, or an andouille sausage or something along those lines.
All right,
Yes,
making me hungry.
Very
All right.
good. And then the red chilies, basically anything with a tomato in it.
Okay,
And
beans, no beans, it's up for grabs.
across the
whatever.
board, whatever somebody calls a chili. I mean, there's really no definition. Probably a little chili powder in there. That's probably the one qualifier.
That would be the constant. Maybe.
Right. Okay. So there's 40 or so of those different chilies. You walk around, and then the people who are coming in, about 800 different individuals will come in, and they'll be able to vote then on all those different categories. Okay. And that's a lot of chili actually to eat in a night. So 50 chilies, you think that's I'll be able to do that. But even we just give it out in small cups.
Yeah.
In a spoonful or 2, and that's about all you can have to get around.
Yeah.
If you want more, you can go back to anybody and get more.
Your favorite.
But what if you
Okay.
don't like chili?
But if you don't like chili, this is a family event, by the way. And if you don't like chili, we do have hot dogs, lots of desserts, lots of sweets. Okay, we have juices and water and other refreshments available.
Okay.
So it's a family event. I think the cost of it is $8 at the doorway. And then, or is it $10 at the doorway?
Eight in advance, 10 at the door, it says, or 30 for your family, so bring them all.
Yeah, 8 in advance at 10 at the doorway. 30 is for your immediate family. So if you have 10 people in your immediate family, come bring them out. What cheaper way can you get everybody fed?
Oh, lots of fun and lots of, I think, probably good ribbing.
Oh, yeah.
And camaraderie and good time competition between you, as we can see right here at the table. So, and again, the funds raised go to such a wonderful cause for the Lawrence family, and in honor and in memory of Andrew Lawrence. And what could be better than that? So, the 30th. Where can somebody get tickets?
Somebody get tickets down at the Kotke's. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, Kaki Jewelers, Ticketmaster of Owatonna. All right, that's where you can get them. So everyone enjoy and have a very successful event this year. I'm sure it will be no different than years past. And have a great one. All right, Dave. Thanks, Mark.
Have a great day.
We'll take a break for our supporters. We'll come back to wrap it up. We'll come back to wrap it up for today.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Deb Gillard.
And I'm Shaw McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's time to wrap up the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, January 20th. Coming up tomorrow, Thursday the 21st at St. Joseph Parish, it is Project Community Connect. It goes on from 11 o'clock till 2 tomorrow. It's free lunch, free haircuts, flu shots, HIV testing, dental screenings, and information about cell phones. If you or someone that you know is unbelievably living in their car, that just is really hard for me to think about this time of the year, sleeping on someone's couch, looking for a warm place to stay. If you need and are in need of resources, support, or any of the services that I talked about, Project Community Connect is those resources all gathered together for you. So some things are actually happening that day, and they'll have great resources in regards to transportation, food, clothing, housing, employment, disability, all sorts of information there for you today. So please, if you or someone that you know would be in need of that information, do stop at St. Joseph's Parish tomorrow, the 21st, between 11 and 2 for those resources. Circle Stories will be going on this Saturday, January 23rd from 1 to 3 at the Owatonna Public Library, 3rd floor. Come and meet the Minnesota authors of that book, Rose McGee and Ann Fosco. They will be there. Join the circle. The authors will be discussing the book, how it came about, and the power of the stories within it. So please call or check on the library website if you'd like more information. Riverbend Nature Center is hosting its annual celebration of the winter season called Winterfest. That is this Sunday, January 24th. It will be from 1 to 4. There will be the Friendly Goats from Goat Dispatch will be performing at Winterfest by eating Christmas trees. Oh my gosh, I did not read this ahead of time, but that is pretty funny. Admission is $7 per person, $5 for Riverbend members, $25 per family. Or $20 for Riverbend members as a family, whichever option is the cheapest. And if you would like more information about Goat Dispatch or any of that's going on at Riverbend over the course of the winter or Winterfest this Sunday, please give them a call in Faribault. And of course, the Steele County History Center, swing into the big band sounds on Friday the 29th, just prior to the chili cook-off that we were just talking about on the 30th. So lots of things coming up these next couple of weekends. Be sure you take part as much as you are able. Thanks so much for joining us today. Coming up on Friday's program, we will be talking about fitness. Small studio, large fitness center, and kind of doing the comparisons of what might be best for you as you approach your fitness goals for 2016. And also talking the Polar Plunge to benefit Special Olympics on Friday's program. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you Friday.